Hey, what's up guys, welcome to another video, and in this particular video I am going to talk about XSS validator. I believe somebody has, even more than 5 people has already asked in the comment box about how to use this XSS validator. Now I understand that this particular extension needs some of the setup basically to make it work. That's why people don't usually prefer to use it, but trust me, it is one of the really cool tool that give you zero false positive on detecting cross-site scripting. Also, some people use it to demonstrate the cross-site scripting across the application, but here I am going to show you just the running part of the application, means how to run this particular extension and how to confirm an XSS. Now to begin with, you can go to this extender tab, and in the burp store you will find this XSS validator in the end, actually basically right here. Now if you have not already installed this, you can click on this install tab over here, but over here, since I have already installed, it is just asking me to reinstall. Okay, but yeah, before watching this video, if you are new to my channel, then please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And I've already posted multiple videos on Burp Suite, even some of the extension, also top 5 extension. Go ahead and watch them. If you have any questions or anything, then do let me know in the comment box. I will try to clarify. Now this particular extension, once it is installed, this is how you are going to get a tab. It sometimes doesn't, I think it doesn't require Jython, but if it is needed, then you can go ahead and set up it. I have already shown in the previous video how to set up Jython for Burp Suite extension installation. Okay, now let's just go ahead and quickly set up this extension. Now to set up, as it says, like getting started, download the latest version of XSS detector from the Git repository, and let me go ahead and open this repository. And also you need to start this Phantom server, like Phantom JS dot and input as an XSS.js. So let me quickly show you both so that you get better idea. So this is the place where you can download this phantomjs.exe, and this is the place where you can download the XSS JS, right? So you need to browse through. For extension you can browse here, as well as for XSS detector you can download this xss.js. So it's basically a JS file. If you could read properly and spend time wanna learn more, than you can spend on reading this particular JS file. So let me just quickly take you to the setup and run it. Okay, so over here I have this phantomjs.exe as well as the xss.js. It's always good to put it both in the same folder, because that is where it will be easy to run. So let me run this from my command prompt. So once you open the command prompt and browse to this particular path, all you need to do is type phantom.js, and then you have to type phantom.js.exe and then xss.js. Okay, so if it is like coming as in blank, that means it is successfully running. Now to verify, you can also verify it quickly. All you need to do is go to this particular path, that is 127.0.0.1 colon 8093. Okay, so this is where it says like server is only designed to handle post request. Means this particular JS file is running properly. Okay, you could see that get hit also that we have done right here. All right, so let's just go ahead and start fudging for the XSS. Okay, so I'll just go to the proxy tab, open browser. Again, I'm going to utilize demo.testfire application over here. So let's wait for this get open. I'm trying to load demo.testfire. Okay, it has got captured over here. Great, so we have demo.testfire opened over here. Now let me just go ahead and perform a quick search. Right, this is the parameter where we will think of detecting the XSS vulnerability. Now again, let me capture the intercept request basically. So I'm just typing AAA, so you could see that query equal to AA. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it, right click and send it to intruder. So this is where you see the intruder, it has came to this particular place. You would see the target and port along with the position. Now position that we want to fudge is query position basically, not all those other parameter. So we need to clean it up. Now you can see the attack type to be sniper, and let's just go to the payload tab. Okay, so if I go to this payload, and from here I need to select the payload type to be, where is it, extension generated. Okay, it's a till down. Now once you select the extension generated, you need to select on select generator, and this here you have to select the XSS validator payloads. Okay, so once this both are done, just press OK. So this is the really important part which most of the people forget. Now payload encoding, either you can do this because this will typically encode some of the spaces. Another thing, I think it is needed for detecting the XSS most of the cases, for in this particular case especially. So you can click on URL encoded this character and go to this XSS validator tab again. Now here you see that a grep phase, right? So grep phrase is basically this one. So you can select this one and then go to this intruder. Where is it? Intruder, then options. Now here you have to provide the grep match. Okay, so grep match for this particular flag result item with response matching this expression, because that is what it is going to fetch for basically. Okay, so once it is added, so you could see that it has been added over here. And yeah, let me just quickly verify if I'm missing anything. Grep payloads, yeah, search for the response string, correct. It is, you need to enable this also. This is where it is going to fetch the particular parameter or keyword from the response. Okay, and yeah, you could also enable case sensitive or include HTTP header if you wish. I'll just go ahead with the match against with the particular response. Now once you are done with all this thing, all you need to go ahead and click on start attack. Cool, so it will run right now, and you would see that this is the one of the field where the response has matched. And in the response, if you want to verify, you can again double click and verify. It must have got the response in here, right? So let's just quickly go ahead and verify this with the response. So I'll just, either I can go ahead and copy the request, or I can show response on browser. I'll just go ahead and show response on browser, open the tab and press enter. Okay, you could see that this is where we got and confirm about the XSS, right? Because this is where we see the XSS rendering properly. Now you could also verify for other things. So this is where this particular XSS validator helped you to confirm an XSS vulnerability. Right, there are like the console.log, right? It's not basically an alert or something, but this is where you should get an alert. Let's just copy it and send it. Right, you got an XSS alert. So this is the simple way of using this particular extension. You could also see or notice in the log as well, like wherever there is like let me see, on prompt this one it has fetched, on prompt this one it has the particular payload has walked, right, the search query. So I hope this video would have helped you to understand this particular XSS validator payload. Yes, of course, let me quickly close this because we are done through. So this is where you can exactly find out which payload has run or not. Now to give you some more idea, if I go back here, you could of course change this JavaScript parameter to some of your own payload or own value. And I would definitely suggest you to go ahead and try that if you wanted to explore further with this particular extension. You could alert your own message instead of grep phrase and put your own payload like XSS found by InfoSeeky or whatever you wanted to put. So I hope this video would have helped you to understand this XSS validator extension. Do let me in the comment box if you have any other query, and yeah, keep subscribed, do share this video. Thanks for watching, have a great time, see you soon with another video.